Hi everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and today we're going to do another butterfly video. And the reason that I chose to do this one today was because if you look at this one, it's not done yet. We're going to embellish this one, but I did the resin part. Of course, I did my decals in the resin. And look at how beautiful. This was the dark blue and light blues that I was showing you in my other video. And this one, I left more of the clear in the butterfly. You can see when I put my hand behind it, it's got a lot more clear in it. And then it also has the diamond dust. And it is gorgeous, you guys. This is probably one of the most gorgeous butterflies I've done. Now I have this one, and the only thing I've done to this one so far is I've resined the top. I still have the white butterflies on back because I wanted to show you guys on these. What I did was I put the decals on the white butterflies and then I resined over it. So I want to show you what happens when you do it that way. Now, provided that this one goes like this one did, this went really smoothly, and you see how nicely all of the overlays kind of come off the butterfly, and they look just beautiful. So we are going to do this with this one, and then I have some embellishments for both of them that I want to try out. So this one I'm going to set aside. I'm going to put it over here, and we're going to go straight to work on this one. Now you can see, I think you can see on this one, you can see I've got a couple of lines in this one, in this flat one. And the only reason I have those little lines in there is because number one, I used a different resin. Don't like this resin as much as the other, but I'm out of my really good resin, so we have to use what I have on hand. But that's okay. It's still good resin. It just doesn't cure as quickly as this resin does. And so when I put my wooden piece over the top of it, it just kind of got some lines. That's okay. We're going to put a little resin over that, and that covers those lines up immediately, and it looks like glass again. So that's what we have here. So what we're going to do, and I should have kind of tried to get this started before I started the video. I think feels like it's sort of popping off over here. So you can see on this one, I'm going to peel back the white butterfly, and they do stick to the resin now, you guys. This is not the easiest thing to do, getting these off, because you do have to be careful and try not to pull off the decals when you're pulling this white piece off. But you can see for the most part, most of it just comes right off. It is not that difficult. I'm just trying to, the main thing is to be careful and try not to yank those flowers off, because then you can make it look really not so pretty if you do that. So there we go. We got the white one off, and here we have the clear butterfly. Okay, so I'm going to turn that over and get rid of the white one. We're going to undo this one. I just have to find a spot where I can pull it apart. And right there, we've got it. And I kind of want to pull, this one feels like it didn't get enough resin on it. I'm going to put a little bit more resin right here. And I'm going to pop it under my lamp for a minute, because I feel like I didn't get enough right there. So I'm just going to pop that under the lamp. And while that's going, we will go ahead and we'll start resining the back of this one. And we can just get this process started. So I'm just squeezing that resin on there. I'm going over the leaves that hang over. Got to make sure we get those covered. And it's really sticky on the back side because you still have all of those decals that on this side are sticky. So I'm doing this sort of under where I can see in my light, and I'll pop it more directly under my light so I can make sure that I got every single spot covered with resin. I don't want to miss any spots at all. And I'm going to do one half, and then I'm going to do the other half, one half at a time. I could do this whole thing. I'm putting it under my lamp now just to look at it. I could do this whole thing all at one time, but I just don't want to do that because I feel like I have a better chance of everything coming out the way I want it to is if I do it half at a time. So I'm going to pop that one under the lamp while I start peeling this one. So this is the smaller butterfly, and this one is 2 smaller butterflies, just so that you know. The first one that I just put the resin on the one wing, that one is the same size as the top one here. And then this one is a smaller one. So, and it's a little harder for me to work with the smaller ones. And you guys, I think I'm getting arthritis a little bit in my hands, and so it does hurt sometimes when I do stuff like this. So there we go. We got that one off, no problem. And there we go. See how easy that was? And then while I've got that other one under the lamp, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to resin this side of this one. And it's already been bent into the position that I want it in. So it's really important that once you've bent it like this, only do half of the butterfly at one time, because otherwise you will have resin running off of this and you'll have a big old resin mess. And your butterfly won't look good either because resin will be falling off of one edge. Because what I do is I'm going to put this under the lamp and I'm going to hold on to it for a minute, or at least a few seconds, to let that resin start to cure before I just kind of set it under the lamp. So I think I've got that all covered. I'm going to go look under my light real quick. Yes, I got everything covered on that side. So I'm going to hold it like this under my lamp so that it's flat. And then I'll set it down after a few seconds when I know it's not going to drip. And then we're going to we're going to pull the other one out from under the lamp, and we're going to do the other side. Okay, so that little one I can set down now. It only takes a few seconds for it to cure enough that it won't drip anymore. Doesn't take long at all. Maybe if you put it under there for, 15 seconds or so, you're good to go. Unless you're dealing with like super thick pores, then it's going to take you longer to get that to start to cure. And you want to wait a little bit. But most things, if you've got a real thick pour, you're not going to be doing this kind of thing. You're going to be doing a deep pour, probably in a mold or something like that. So you really wouldn't have any reason to have to lay it on its side and let it drip. The only other thing that you do with resin, and that's with regular resin, not the UV, is the people that make the tumblers, the coffee mugs and stuff, those have to spin while they cure so that the cure comes out even on the entire thing. So I think I've got everything on this. I'm going to look under my lamp, and there was one spot I missed. And I can see any little dimples under my lamp that might be in there. And I'm going to lay this one under the lamp. I'm putting it in there for 90 seconds. And now we've got this one done on the one side. And now I'm going to do this side. And I'm actually going to go ahead and do the body as well when I do this side. But I'll put the resin on the body last. So I'm going to run out of resin probably after I finish this. I'll have a little bit left to do, maybe a couple of little things, but I'm going to run out. And I'm going to probably put my resin away for a little while. Yeah, so Okay, let me look under my light. Okay, I've got on that one, and I'm going to hold it up under my lamp. Oh, see, I just noticed I have a drip on the other side. This is what I'm telling you. See that drip? I have a drip over here. And rather than letting that go, I'm going to sort of smear that in. And I'm going to add just the thinnest little layer of resin over here. The back is not that big a deal because, number one, this is the top butterfly, because we're doubling these butterflies up, you guys. I forgot to mention that. This is the top butterfly. The one that I did yesterday, I didn't double up with another butterfly. I just did a single. So you're not going to see the underside of this one anyway. I'm just going to put it under my lamp real quick and just sort of, I'm just rocking it back and forth so that I don't get it dripping. And I can just go ahead and set that under my lamp now. And here's the other one. It is covered all over the back. And actually, I think I want to set that down under the lamp just a little bit longer because, like I said, this resin doesn't cure as quickly. It's a little bit thicker. And I want it to not be sticky. And while I'm doing that, let me show you guys what I have coming up that I'm going to be doing. And you guys, you have to watch this video. I am going to take, I bought 2 of these beautiful, they're AB champagne flutes. And they're crystal. And I am going to be doing a wedding set. And putting it in my Etsy shop. Now, I've done this before. The other one that I did was not quite as elaborate as I'm going to make this one, or this set. But I wanted to show you guys sort of what I'm doing. What I do is I take these and I take some lace, and I will sort of put some lace, you know, from one point on this glass, probably leaving at least an inch at the top of on the glass, and then it will have lace going over the bottom section. Now, this particular lace is really pretty. I haven't decided what I'm going to use yet. I've also got some of these appliques here, so I could go with a golden beige, like an off-white, and look at how beautiful that would be. And then what I'll do is I'll take and get the lace on there. My other ones I actually spray painted white from like here down. I'm not going to spray paint this one white. I decided not to do that. I just want to go with the laces. And then look, I've got some of these kind of wedding laces. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? But the only thing is I've got to have 2 pieces that are going to match. And I only have 1 piece of this lace here. So that wouldn't work. Unfortunately, I don't have 2 pieces of that. And then what we'll be doing is I will be taking some pieces of my rhinestone trims. I've got, you know, all these beautiful rhinestone trims that I can take and drape around it and make it even more beautiful. So you can see, and then what I'll probably do is take some of this, which is a flat rhinestone bit, and going around the bottom of the glass and making that gorgeous. So you guys, this set of glasses, the thing is I paid $6 a piece or $7 a piece for these. And when it's all said and done, I can sell a set of these for about $80, just based on, you know, depending on anywhere from $40 to $80 to $100 even. But a lot of times what people do is they make sets and they also add the cake cutters and spatula. and make it a full set, and they sell them upwards of like $150. So that was not why I wanted to do them, though. I wanted to do them because I wanted to do them. I love doing anything wedding related. I think wedding decor is the most beautiful thing anyone ever thought of, and I think it's for such a beautiful reason. And I just think weddings are awesome. I love them. I really do. I always cry at weddings. I get so excited and so happy for the people that are getting married, and it makes my heart sing. And I always just have such big high hopes for people who get married, you know, and that their life will be magical and just happily ever after, you know, the whole kit and caboodle. I always hope for everyone that is the kind of marriage that they have the first time around. Doesn't always work that way, but I always hope it will. And then I wanted to show you guys, I just did this beautiful, I made these handmade roses, lace roses. And I added some of my beautiful embellishments and appliques, and I made this gorgeous applique. That's going to be going into my shop. I did not do a video on this. Now those champagne flutes, I am going to do a video on them. So just so you guys know. And I also made this, and I think it's just adorable. And I sort of got this idea from Happy Bird over at Happy Bird's Glitter Nest, because she does, out of the 2-inch ribbon, I think it's the 2-inch, she does the gift card holders at the holidays. And it gave me the idea of the boho necklaces to hold money, lipstick, things like that. I don't think you can get a credit card in here because it just doesn't feel like it's wide enough. I'm pretty sure you can't. But you can, you know, fold up some money and, you know, a couple of other things in here. Wear it around your neck and feel like whatever it is that you're holding on to is safe because it's on your body. So I did make this, and this one is purple. It's a dark, dark, deep purple. Velvet ribbon, and then I put one of my friend Kara's beautiful, beautiful angels on there, and a nice little tassel. I made the tassel out of some of the trim that I bought recently, so that came out really, really pretty. And just added a couple of things. I didn't go crazy on this one. I just wanted it to be fairly simple, and it just turned out absolutely gorgeous, you guys. So I made that one, and then I also made another one. This is one of my necklaces, but this is one of the bigger ones, and this one will hold your credit cards and what have you in it. This is much wider compared to this one. So that's the difference between the two. This one's about 3.5 inches. And I just wanted to show you guys, this is an awesome one. This would be a great one for a wedding as well. Again, with the wedding stuff. But wouldn't this be beautiful? And actually, this would be beautiful to sell in a set with those glasses if I used some of the same laces. But I don't think I'm going to be doing that. But it's got a nice space on the inside. But look at how gorgeous that turned out, you guys. I used some fabric that I got from my friend Robin. It is gorgeous, very lacy. It's like roses attached from maybe organza or chiffon attached to a fabric mesh. And then I just added I added these cute little dangle charms. One says dream, one says love, and I've got a little key on there and a drop pearl. And I just think it came out gorgeous. And this is going to go in my Etsy shop as well. I hadn't put it in there yet, but it's going in there. And then I also used one of the dangles, rhinestone dangles that I got from my friend Sherry. That got caught on there. So anyway, isn't that gorgeous? Just love these things. I love these pouches so much. I think they're the neatest thing. And I don't know that everybody feels the way I do about them, but I just think they're so cool. And I have used one at work and got lots of compliments on it. I wore one during my shift one night, and it went over really, really big. So, yeah, so I think they're super cool. And in the boho style, the one that I wore anyway was in boho style. This is more wedding style. I wouldn't wear this to work, but it is pretty. And I did sell the lace handbag that I made recently. I made it again in a wedding style, but I had actually, you know, just tried on a couple of outfits and kind of put that on my shoulder, and it looked good with just everyday stuff too. It was absolutely gorgeous. Sold it right away. It's gone. And I price my things really, really reasonably compared to how other people price those kinds of things. So I think that's why they sometimes sell so quickly. But that was absolutely gorgeous. I wanted it myself so bad, but there was no way. I cannot keep everything I make, even though I sometimes want to. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get back to these butterflies. Now what I'm going to do, I've got the backs and the fronts of these done. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and attach this one to the bottom one. And you can see how this one's going to be a little bit smaller than that one, but they're both super gorgeous. So I'm going to add some resin right here on the underside of the body. And I'm actually going to go up the side just a little bit, just so that it kind of trickles down from the edge. And I'm going to lay this under my lamp straight down, set this other one on top where I want it, and then I'm going to pull my lamp over the top of it so that nothing moves and it stays exactly where I want it. So we're going to do that real quick. And I'm going to hold it under there for a couple seconds. I'm going to move my lamp, make sure it's exactly where I want it, and put my lamp back over it, and I'm going to press that down in the middle just hard enough so that that resin spreads. And because the resin, a lot of the resin in this is clear in the center, it's the lamp, the UV light has a chance to go through and actually get to that resin that's underneath there. And then my lamp, of course, has the lights that come in from the sides and the back, and so it will get everything taken care of. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to embellish this one. And wait till you guys see. I probably shouldn't do this because my friend Robin gave me some of the most beautiful little leaf trims. And really, I'm sorry, I know I'm making a lot of noise. I really shouldn't use them, but they look so pretty on these butterflies because these would be so great on those champagne flutes. But this is all I have left. I have 4 for this one, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. So I might have 1 left for each one of the champagne flutes once it's all said and done. Because I think I'm only going to use 1 or 2 on the pink butterfly. Sorry, you guys. I don't mean to be so noisy. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get this one nicely embellished. So I think you guys can see that well enough. And what I'm going to do is, the one thing that I know for sure and for certain, this is going to go right here in the middle. So I'm going to take my other resin, the little bit that I have left in this bottle, and I'm going to use that to resin these bits and pieces on with, because I like this resin. And I'm going to lay that right in the center there. Let it come down, and I need to make sure when I hold this up it's going to hang the way it needs to, because these things are deceiving when you look at them laying down versus when you pick them up, the way they hang. So you have to be careful and get them just right so that they hang straight in the middle. And so that's what I'm doing here. Okay, so I've got it hanging the way I want it. I'm going to pop it under my light and let that cure on there for a few seconds. It doesn't need a long time to start curing. Oh, although I laid it right on top of my other one in there. It's okay, this was already done. Okay, the other thing that I'm going to do with this one, and again, I think I'm going to use my thin resin. And I'm going to lay that on its side. And I've got a brush already here because I used it for the blue one. And we're going to brush these flowers with some resin. Brusha, brusha, brusha. And this way you're going to get that nice little sparkle on these flowers, and they're just going to look so gorgeous. And I'm bringing this down over the edges here. And I'm going to take and brush these leaves a little bit and this corner. Just like that. And I'm going to do both sides. And this decal here that I used on these had kind of different colors of pink roses. It wasn't just one shade of pink. Some of them are baby pink, some of them are almost like a peachy pink, and they were different colors. And I thought, you know what, that's okay, because then maybe I can use some little bit different colors of my other embellishments, so I can kind of match up all of it. And that is good enough. My brush down, and then I'm going to take my diamond dust, and I am using my Floracraft diamond dust. This is the big, huge container, you guys. I think this one is 14 ounces. And look at how shiny that beautiful stuff is. And I've got one of my little spoons here. And I'm going to take my butterfly, and I'm just going to hold it over this container. Right there. And I'm just going to sprinkle my diamond dust right over that butterfly, and you can sprinkle it everywhere and it'll fall off where there is no resin, so you don't have to worry about being super careful, because it won't stick where there's nothing to stick to. And then I take my fingers and I'm going to push anything that's hanging over the edge. I want to push it in. I don't want to leave jagged glass edges, because diamond dust is glass. It's crushed glass, and you can cut yourself on it. So be careful with this stuff. Don't craft with children when you're using diamond dust, because it's just not something that's safe for kids to play with. Okay, so there's that side, and you can see the sparkle on that side. Is that not gorgeous? And you can see why I'm a big fan of diamond dust. Always have been, since my friend Lori over at Happy Birds Glitter Nest showed us diamond dust that she was, the glass glitter she was using on some of her projects, and she was using it all the time. And oh my goodness, I just couldn't get enough of watching her videos, mainly because of the diamond dust, and she was making such pretty projects. And I just decided that it was one of my favorite things to work with too. So I always, always, always keep diamond dust on hand. And I do have a spot over here where I feel like I kind of missed right in here. And I want to get a little bit of diamond dust in there. And that's the beauty of it. You can see where you might have missed once you get it all on there, and where you might want to add a little bit more, and you can always add more. So there we go. I didn't put any on the center where the body is. There's probably some sitting there, but it won't stay. But it doesn't matter if it does. So that is okay. So I'm going to put that under the lamp for 90 seconds. We don't need the diamond dust anymore, at least not for now. I don't know if I'm going to put any of it on the flowers and stuff or not. I don't think I am. So we've got this beautiful dangle here. And next we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some of our other beautiful things. I thought maybe I might put that on one side. But first I'm going to do the top here. Well, actually, no. I'm starting with this section right under here, because I'm going to use these leaves just like that, because I want them to stick out from the bottom and just give that beautiful, elegant sparkle on this one. And this one right there. And it just, it's gorgeous, you guys. So I'm just going to take and use my glue gun and get that in there. Right like that. And then I'll get this one. And you don't have to cover everything with glue, you guys. Just put a little thin line so that it sticks down and you're good to go. Because it's not going to come off. It's got, that glue has that diamond dust even to hold on to there. So you are not going to lose these pieces. I want to make sure these are going in the same direction here. I don't want to mess it up. And just like that. And then this one is going to come down. I just have to make sure I hold it up a little bit. And there we go. So look at that, you guys. Look at how beautiful those little leaves look under there. Is that not gorgeous? Okay, so we've got that. Then I'm going to start with this flower, and it's going to kind of come on its side a little bit here. Just like that. And I broke down this rose, this blue rose. It was a bigger one. Let me show you. It was that size, but I didn't want that size on here. I wanted it to be smaller. So I did break it down. And let's see. I need to remember how I want to put this in here. I definitely want these little roses here. Yes. And then I didn't know whether I wanted that piece of bling or this one. That dark blue looks good because it kind of brings out the dark blue in the butterfly. But there again, that light blue one really stands out as well. It looks gorgeous on there. So I really think I like this one actually better. So we're gonna stick with this one. So let me get this one glued down. Right there. Crunch, crunch, crunch. That's the glass crunching. It's okay. It's not hurting anything. I promise. Lay that one down on its side a little bit. And we've got this little teeny white rose that we're going to put next to that one. Just like that. Look at how beautiful that is, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And then I was thinking I kind of wanted to use a couple of these. Now I'm not sure which way I want to put them on there. I think probably this way. I don't know if that's a good spot for it or not. Let's see. Oh yeah, that looks good there. So I'm just going to put some glue right here on the tip of this. And I'm going to push it on in there and make sure it's sitting exactly where I want it to sit. Okay. And then I thought maybe one on the other side as well somewhere. I'm not sure where. Don't like that. This is really the only other spot that I can think of that I might like it coming out of. But I'm not liking it. So I think what I'm going to do, oh, I have this dark blue aluminum rose that I wanted to put in here somewhere. That looks good right there. Right there. It just adds that one little tiny pop of darker blue. And then this maybe over here. Just a regular rhinestone. This is too much for sure. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to add this little piece in here, right there, just like that. Now, should we or should we not use this? I'm kind of covering up that leaf right there by putting it there. It's way too much there. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I really just don't need it there. I think I've got plenty on this. So now I'm going to get my silver hanger. And the first thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to, because I remembered, if I can find my round doohickey. I've got so much stuff over here, you guys. Ugh. There we go. Whoopsie. And these are the ones that I use to make my eye pins with. And they are round. And I'm just going to take that in there. And I'm putting it through the top. You know what? I think I'm going to put them through the second holes. But what what I do need to do is I need to find my silver ball chain. I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, I was looking for my bigger ball chain, but you know what? I think I'm going to use this finer ball chain for this. This is the stuff that I got from my friend Robin, and it's teeny tiny. I think it's 1.5 millimeters. And on this one, I'm going to use a piece that is, this one's actually 8 inches long. I usually go about 6, but 8 inches will work just fine. It'll just hang a little bit longer, which a lot of people like. These are made mostly as like rear view mirror hangers. I know you can't, every state doesn't allow you to do it. They don't allow it in California, but everyone has a million things hanging from their rear view mirror. And I don't know of anyone who's ever been given a ticket for doing it. So we just do it. We're rebels out here, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I've always had them. So we're gonna put this back here like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a dot of glue there and a dot of glue there and lay this across just so that it gets on there well enough that I can look it over, make sure it's in the center where I want it. Get those little glue strings out of there. So that's exactly where I want that to be. I'm going to turn it over and use my resin, and I'm just gonna go all around that, and I don't even care if there's a little like a little bump of resin back there. I don't care. I'm not worried about that. And I'm gonna pop this under my lamp real quick. And while that's curing, I'm going to pull this one out so you guys can see how gorgeous that turned out. Isn't it beautiful? And very quickly we will go ahead and we will embellish this one. And this one shouldn't take even as long as that one did. I considered using some of this lace to kind of go under here. But I don't think I want to do that because it's just a little bit too big and bulky for it. So we're not going to go with that. We're not going to go with a flower that's that big because look, too big. So that goes away. And I have, these are all of the little flowers I have left, you guys. I am like on empty when it comes to my little paper flowers. And I don't, Debbie had given me a little information on how to get them, but I was not able to get into whatever she sent me to be able to order any. So I've got someone else that I've got the question in to see if maybe she can sell me some of hers because she's got some, so that I can do, mainly so that I can do that the wine glasses, the champagne glasses, because I want to get those done like ASAP. I cannot wait to do those glasses. I am so super excited about that. I saw those glasses and I thought, oh my goodness, I have to do something with those. So I think I'm going to go ahead. I think I'll use those 3 flowers in this. What I should probably do, even that one is kind of too big for this because this is a smaller butterfly than the other one. Let's see if it would be better if I just use 3 smaller ones. I don't know, you guys. I don't like it as well. I like this flower that I had in there to begin with. I like this flower. It's a nice rose. Maybe if I use that and that kind of matches it better. And maybe, oh, here's another one. Maybe we'll just go with 3 of the same color roses, because I think that kind of looks better, honestly, if I'm being honest. This one is a nice one. This has got the 2 colors, but it's not crazy. I do like that one. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. I've got these ones too, but I just am thinking that might be too... Oh, I don't know. That looks kind of good too. Maybe if I used that and maybe 2 of these. That looks pretty. I like that. That's where we're going to go with this one. So now I can kind of pick up, well, I'm going to leave these flowers here because I have another thought. So I want to make sure I get that cleared up in my head. I don't know whether I'm going to do it or not. I think what I want to do is I do want to use one of these, and I think coming out almost from the same spot as the other butterfly, right there, because I think that's nice and small. It's not too big and bulky. So I'm going to go ahead and start gluing these on. I've got to work tonight, so I just thought, I think I'm going to try and do one video. I'm so excited that I got my giveaway videos all done, and that was just riding on my mind, and I was so concerned that I hadn't gotten those videos done yet, and I am just so thankful now that that is done. And look at what I did. I dumped over my beautiful filigrees, and I'll never get them back in there quickly. And I've got them on the floor and in my trash can. Only one went in the trash can, so I'm just going to set those aside. Put them right there. Okay. We are going to need one of these for this butterfly. Okay. So I think that looks really pretty, you guys. I really do. I like it. And I think for these, what I might do is just put one on each side. Maybe just coming out the bottom like that. I think that looks really pretty. I think 2 would be too much, because again, this is a smaller butterfly and I don't want to overdo it. I could even just take one. I could have put one under those flowers and had one coming out like that. But I think it still is too big for that top butterfly. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't use those at all. The other thing that I could do is I could take and just put a couple of flowers right here on the bottom wing. I do like to do that on occasion. That looks really pretty. Just on one side. That looks really pretty. I like that. I think we're going to do that. We're just going to add some flowers to the bottom side on this one. So we'll put this big one right there. And we'll put a little one right here. And a little one right there. There. I like that. Okay, and then let's see. I took out, where did I put them? Okay, I took out these little flowers as well. I don't know if I'm going to use one of these or not. If I do, it needs to be a small one. These are flowers that my friend Robin sent me. And they are so pretty. I could have even used those on this. Oh, those would have been really pretty. Oh my word, that would have been so pretty. Oh well, I can't go back now. It's all right. I could have put one like off to the side there though. That one's too big. Now that one looks real pretty on just sitting on top of that. I think I might add that. I think I might add that to the top of there. I'm not gonna, I don't know if I can get this out or not. Oh, yeah. And I'm not even gonna mess it up. Whoops. Took the flower out with it. Got to get that piece of glue off of there. Okay. So maybe what I'll do is I'll even leave that flower off and just put, no, I think this needs to kind of go off to the side and it needs that flower to make it sit right. Okay, that's okay. So we're going to leave this flower there. Just like that. And then take and put a nice little dollop of glue right there. And put that right at the bottom. And I think that looks very sweet on there. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so next we are going to turn this one over and we're going to put our silver piece on there, and on this one I think I'm going to put glue there and there, and I just need a little dot in each spot. I'm going to turn this over and make sure it's in the center, and it is. And it might look like it's off because we've got these leaves that pop up on this wing, but it's not. It's in the center on that one. Okay, so now I'm gonna pop on my resin. I turned my bottle right side up. I had it sideways before, just so that it wouldn't take so long to get the resin to the end of the bottle, the tip of the bottle, but oh well, we got it. All right, so we've got a nice little dollop of resin all around that silver filigree piece. We're going to pop that under the lamp and let it go for, I'm just going to put it in there for 90 seconds. And now we've got this one out. Look at that, you guys. Oh my word. See, one of these would have been pretty on this one too. I like this flower. This is my favorite one. Now, I just don't want to add anything more to this because I don't want to overdo it. Okay, so now all we need to do with this one is I'm going to put my little clasp With this particular ball chain, I know Robin had to order the clasps separately. So when you're ordering ball chain, try to look and make sure that it comes with some clasps. Most of them do. So you don't have to get this tiny ball chain to use it on these filigree pieces, you guys. You can use a 2.5 millimeter ball chain if you want to, and it will go through those holes. You just have to maybe make those holes a little bit bigger. I didn't even have to do that using this ball chain, but I thought I was going to use my bigger ball chain with this, and I ended up not doing that. So with this ball chain, I can put it right. These are just harder for me to work with because the clasp is so small. It's hard for me, for my fingers to do it. So I'm just going to pop this through that hole and then through the other side, and it goes right through there, as you can see. And pull these together. Whoops. And we've got that one in there. And these little clasps, I noticed on these tiny ball chains, they don't go over it as easily. Sometimes they're just a little too tight, and it's hard to get it in there sometimes. So it can be a little frustrating. Oh, and sometimes it might be, you know what I bet it is for me? Is that I get 2 balls in there and I don't realize it. I think that's what I did this time, because I could see it looked like I had 2 balls in there, and when I moved it, it went right on. So I bet that's what I've been doing all along. Okay, so that one is done, and look at how beautiful that came out. Woo! I'm so excited about that one. Now we'll go ahead and we'll get this one done. I don't have a dangle on this one though. I didn't do that. I can't believe it. So what I think maybe I'll do on this one, maybe we'll do it a little different. It's gonna be pretty. We don't need as long a dangle on this one. And let's see. This is some of that gorgeous dangle that Sherry sent me. I could put that hanging from the middle like that. Oh no, that's just way too big. Oh boy. Yeah, that's not going to work here, but I do know what will work. I just have to find it. I had it here a minute ago. Here it is. We've got this dangle, and all I have to do is take and cut. I'm going to cut this one off, and this one, and this is going to be 3 dangles. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that on there first with just the tiniest amount of glue. Get it on there before it dries. Making sure that it's not in the middle, so we can't have that. It's got to be in the middle. Get our little tool here. I think I'm going to do it like that, and I'm going to just resin across the sides of this instead of trying to press it down into that middle piece, because I do want the middle dangle to dangle from the middle. So I think I've got it in the right spot, so I'm just going to take my resin and just like I did around the filigree piece, gotta get it coming out first. This bottle is literally like on empty. Okay, and now I'm going to very gently carry this over to my other table and lay it down. Make sure it's straight. And put my lamp over it. And there we go. Okay, you guys. And then we've got to cut our piece of chain, and we're just going to cut it right about there. We're going to put this piece on. Might as well be doing this while that's curing, because you and I both know this takes me a minute. Especially putting that first one in. Oh my word, it's hard. Okay. Oh my word. I think I'm going to set this down right here. Try to hold it in place and pull. There we go. That worked. Yay! So we got that end on. And that dangle is on there. So now we're just going to pop this through these holes, and I think I'm going to take this one through the top holes, and you can see I didn't even have to stretch the top holes out. It worked just fine. And we'll put this side through the other side. So you can either use the top holes or you can use the second holes. Now some of these filigrees, if you get them, if you get the ones that are a little less well made, so to speak, they don't have the top holes in them, you guys. I did figure that out, because I do have a couple of those on hand, but they don't have the top holes. You have to go down to where the second holes would be on these. So just so that you know that. And we are going to clip it in. We got one ball in there, and look at how easy that was. So I need to, it's just a little bit off center. So I'm going to push a few balls through here and pull them out on the other side. Like that. And that's in the middle there. Okay, you guys, so that's that one. Do you think maybe we should put one leaf on this side just to kind of give it that added? I think it does kind of look good. I think maybe going upward on this side. It really isn't necessary though, because the flowers look so pretty on there. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to leave it just the way it is, because it's beautiful just the way it is. So let's go ahead, and I'll put this one at the bottom, and I'll put this one at the top. And let's see if I can find maybe a box or something to set this across the top of. I'm coming, you guys. Hold on just a minute. Okay. I'm just going to go like this. There we go. And there we have it, you guys. We have two gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous butterflies. Didn't those come out beautiful? I just want to say thank you to everybody for watching today. Please make sure you go in and you give this video a like, give it a thumbs up, and give it a comment if you'd like to. Because both the comments and the thumbs ups help my channel immensely, you guys. That's how I get YouTube to put me in front of other viewers. If you guys don't comment and don't give me those thumbs ups, then they think you don't like me and they move on to the next crafter. And sometimes, you know, it's funny because I've seen crafters that don't do nearly the magnitude of crafts that I do, the number of different types of crafts, and the complexity. And they've got way more subscribers than I have, and they have been around for less time. So that's been a problem for me. I don't understand it. The only thing I can say is I do know that my videos, I don't have the most professionally edited videos like some of the girls do, but the projects are still very good projects, and I think there's a lot for people to learn from. And so I'm just hoping to continue to grow the channel and get more and more subscribers. But the only way I can do that is if you guys give me those thumbs ups and those likes and shares and all of that good stuff. That's what I need from you guys. So thanks so much, everybody. Please have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Have a blessed rest of your weekend. Well, it'll probably be during the week by the time you guys get to watch this, but it's Sunday right now, and I'm going to be working tonight. But just have a blessed week, you guys, and take care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay well. Take care of yourself before you can, you know, you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else. So just remember that. And you are all amazing to me. I love you all, and I thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel, and for those of you who continuously donate to my channel, thank you so much. I could not do these things if it wasn't for you. You guys, I'm telling you, seriously, I've got some great subscribers that have sent me some of the most beautiful things that you've ever seen to craft with, and that's why I'm able to do these videos with such phenomenal supplies. I couldn't do it on my own, for sure. If it wasn't for those people, I wouldn't be able to do stuff like this. So I thank you all for all of your support, and for supporting my Etsy shop and everything else that goes along with it. So thanks, you guys. I really appreciate you, and I hope you all have a blessed week. Take care. Love your family. Hug them, squeeze them, tell them you love them every day if you can, and be safe. God bless. Stay tuned for pictures on the back end. Bye-bye, everybody.